Hey guys, welcome to another video. Thanks so much for being here and for checking this out. I am happy to say that I've got a new toy here in the studio. I just picked up a Yamaha S90XS. It's an 88 key keyboard with some fantastic sounds inside and really great connectivity options and connectivity features to use it within a program, like a recording program on the computer. So today we're in Cubase, actually, because Cubase is the only recording program on the Mac platform, which is what I use, that supports VST plugins. So the plugin for this keyboard, actually, which we're going to be looking at, is a VST plugin. So I have not tried it in Pro Tools with a wrapper or anything else, but I'm just trying it using Cubase. One thing that I've definitely noticed that is a little different here, Cubase actually does not come with that many software synthesizers like Logic and Pro Tools do. So having something like an S90 is really great, a really great companion to go with Cubase. And actually, a version of Cubase does come with the S90, the S90XS, but I happen to have Cubase version 6.5 from before, so that's what we're using in here today. So before I go on, we're sort of going to assume that all the software that has come with the keyboard has been installed already. I've done that yesterday. But for those of you who have an S90 or thinking of getting an S90XS, go ahead and install all that software that came with your keyboard so that you'll have that full functionality available to you. We're going to be looking at it inside of Cubase, but I am told, and I have read online, that it is compatible as a standalone device as well. So you may be able to use it with other programs. Today we're looking at it inside of Cubase. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm in my project editing window here, and if I go into my devices menu, I can see the S90XS is here listed in this menu, and when I click on it, it sort of shows that it's kind of integrated into the mixer here. I'm really not quite sure what the purpose of this window is. It doesn't seem to matter whether or not I open it, but I noticed that after I installed the drivers and such, that did appear, so that means that it's available to me. First thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to create an audio track. And this audio track is going to function as my way of being able to hear what is going on and hear what I'm actually going to be doing audio-wise from the S90 itself. If I click this little speaker button, it's going to let me monitor the input of the track so I can hear what's going on, but I am actually not going to be recording it just yet. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add the S90 in my VST instruments section, which I really like this about Cubase. It kind of keeps all your virtual instruments in one place. So if I click on this and go down to my Yamaha Corporation here and go to the S90, I've got this hooked up via USB. And it says, do I want to make a MIDI track? Absolutely, I would love to. So here we go. It opens this fantastic editor, which shows me I've got 16 different parts that I can add sounds to and actually use the S90's internal sounds within Cubase here. And one other thing to mention, on the keyboard, actually, to the right of the display, just to the right of the jog dial, there's a bank of 9 keys. One of them says multi/seq play, or SEQ play. You want to make sure you press that before you open up Cubase. That way it will put the keyboard into the correct mode to be used with this plugin on here. So let's go ahead and add let's add some drums. So over here in this plugin window, in my S90 window here, these are the different slots that I can have sounds in, and I can do up to 16 different parts, which is really, really fantastic. So let's double click this, and we're going to go over here to the section over here. We're going to go to my drums and percussion. I'm still learning my way around here, and we're going to pick the Power Standard kit. That sounds pretty good. So if I press the record enable button over here, we're now going to hear some drums. And I'm going to turn that off here. So it sounds pretty good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and record a little beat here. Let's go ahead and listen to that drum recording. All right, so we're probably going to want to quantize that, or let's make it so that doesn't sound quite as spaz here. So I'm going to just press the Q key, and I'm going to take the first 4 bars that I just did, and I'm going to duplicate that because I think that's going to be sufficient for what we're doing here. Okay, there we go. So now let's take a listen to our new drum part. Okay, that sounds good. So Now we're going to need to add a bass part to that. So I'm going to go ahead and add another couple of MIDI tracks here. Let's do 3 MIDI tracks. That'll be good. And now, as always, it's good to label your tracks. So I forgot to do that with the drums, but who's counting? Let's do bass. All right, so now I'm going to click on my MIDI track and go over to my section over here. It's already linked up to the S90 and MIDI channel number 2. And now I can come over to my S90 editor here, and let's go and find us a bass. Okay, and let's try this one here. I'm still learning my way around here. That sounds good. Okay. So let's go ahead and add us a bass part here. All right, that'll work. Let's go ahead and check out our new bass part, quantized, of course. All right, that'll work. Okay, and let's add one more thing. We'll add some sort of like maybe we'll add like a piano or something. So the pianos that are built into the S90 are really, really nice. Beautiful sounding piano. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of piano on this. I guess we can call it a fusion-y kind of thing. Let's check this out. All right, something like that. All right. Let's go ahead and take a listen to the lovely piano part now. All right, that sounds pretty good. So, as you can see, just within the last couple of minutes, I've actually used next to no CPU power here inside of the computer. I've done all the external sound processing, sound generation from the external keyboard connected via USB, and then using this excellent plugin right here. To say that I've even just scratched the surface is even putting it lightly. There's so much that this thing can do, and I've only had it set up for 36 hours or so, maybe not even that long. So I just was really excited to see how well this works, and really it works just excellently. So you can do, there's 4 outputs on the back of it, so I'm sure you can actually I can actually assign these to different outputs, it looks like. Yeah, output select. I've got volume control over here, so like this has its own little MIDI mixer sort of thing, panning, chorus and reverb effects, 3-band EQ on all the different parts. Just really incredible. And there's some great arpeggiators built into the S90 as well. I was playing with those yesterday. So this is probably one of the best keyboards I have had my hands on in a long time. So definitely recommend picking it up if you're looking at the new keyboard. But this has just been a quick demo of the the sequencer integration features with the S90. So thanks again for checking this out. And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to us here on YouTube. Also subscribe to our mailing list at www.jbrecording.com. You'll be kept up to date on new and fun things that are coming up, and also some big news that may be coming down the pike. So thanks again for checking this out, and you guys have a wonderful day.